Hello everyone. So in this lecture, I am going to discuss the relations on ordered pairs. Till now, we've seen the relations on the, yes, we can say that elements. Now we'll see the relations on the ordered pair. Okay. So guys, let us begin with the relations on ordered pairs. That is also important. What does it mean? Let's say relations on ordered pairs. So we can say that till now we seen, let's say element 2 is related with 3. That means let's say 2 comma 3 is related, or we can say that 2 comma 3 is present inside the relation R. That means what we can say that 2 is related with 3. Now elements were related till now. Now we'll see the how ordered pairs are related. So let's say we can say that yes, one ordered pair x1 comma y1. Let's say this one is related with x2 comma y2. We can say that is called a relation on ordered pairs under, we can say that, some given conditions, isn't it? Now you can see here, yes, we can say that till now we seen, yes, a relation is a subset of Cartesian product of a set. Now you can see here, yes, we can say that here relation is a subset of Cartesian product of two Cartesian products, isn't it? Remember this one, isn't it? Because we can say that yes, x1 comma y1, yes, we obtain this one with some, we can say that Cartesian product. Similarly, this next ordered pair is also obtained with some, yes, we can say that Cartesian product. Now we can say that here ordered pairs are there, so we can say that instead of elements we are, yes, seeing, or we can say that we are taking the ordered pairs in the consideration. So let us take one example. Let's say we can say that, let us consider one example. Let's say following relations check whether the following relation is partial order relation or not. Partial order relation or not. So we can see, let's say given relation is this one, where x1 comma y1 is related to x2 y2 such that x is less than equals to x2, or y1 is less than equals to y2, isn't it? So here remember this one, in this particular case we can say that, let's say if one is related to 1, if elements are considered, then we can say that here 1 comma 1 is self loop. But here we can say that yes, what does it mean? In ordered pairs we can say that, let's say 1 comma 1 is related with 1 comma 1, this is a self loop. As well as we can say that 1 comma 2 is related with 1 comma 2, this is also a self loop, because this one is x is related with x, isn't it? Okay, so we can say that, let's say, yes, you only tell me. Yes, we can say that here we can say that guaranteed 1 will be related with 1, yes or no, 1 1 will be related with 1 comma 1. Similarly we can say that 1 comma 2 will be related with 1 comma 2. Here this is, let's say, x1, this is y1, this is x2, this is y2, or condition is there, that means either of these condition is true, then we can say that there will be a relation for that, yes or no. Okay, so here we can say that x1 is less than equals to x2, as well as y1 is less than equals to y2. So we can say that all self loops will be there inside this particular relation. So we can say that hence it is a reflexive relation, isn't it? So we can say that this particular relation is what? Reflexive relation. Now can you tell me, yes, consider, let's say 1 comma 2 is related with 2 comma 1, or not? Yes, you only tell me. Yes, we can say that here this is x1 y1 x2 y2. So we can say that x1 is less than equals to x2. If at least one condition is true, then there will be a relation, isn't it? Either x1 equals to or x1 less than equals to x2 or y1 less than equals to y2. There is or operation in between. There is or. Now we can say that yes, that is related. Now you only tell me if this one is present inside the relation. Can you say yes 2 comma 1 and 1 comma 2, this will also be present inside the relation? Here also we can say that x1 is not less than equals to x2, but you can see y1 is less than equals to y2. So we can say that yes, this will be yes present. Okay, so we can say that let's say this is w is related with w, or let's say w1 is related with w2. Here we can say that w2 is also related with w1. Because of that, we can say that this relation is not antisymmetric, isn't it? So we can say that that is not antisymmetric. Not antisymmetric means this is reflexive, this is not antisymmetric. But we can say that for partial relation, partial order relation, it must be reflexive as well as antisymmetric as well as transitive. So we can say that yes, we can say that this one is not antisymmetric as well as this is not transitive. Yes, we can say that yes, this is transitive. Yes, yes, it is transitive. Let's say 1 comma 2 is related with 2 comma 1, and 2 comma 1 is related with 3 comma 2. So from here we can say that yes, guaranteed 1 comma 2 will be related with 3 comma 2. Yes, you can see easily, isn't it? Yes, so it will be transitive as well, but it is not antisymmetric. Because of that, we can say that this particular relation is not a partial order, not a partial order relation, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay, similarly, let's say next example, let's say if relation is given to you x1 comma y1 is related with x2 comma y2. When nothing is given about x and y's, then default domain is what? Real numbers, isn't it? Such that x1 is less than equals to x2, and here there is and means both conditions together, isn't it? This relation is, let's say, on yes r cross r. That means here x1 y1 everything is yes belongs to, we can say that, a set of real numbers, isn't it? Now check once this one is yes, this one is partial order relation or not. Yes, check whether this relation is partial order or not. So we can see, let's say first one we'll see whether it is reflexive or not. Yes, so we can say that here 1 comma 1 will be related with 1 comma 1. Similarly, we can see 2 comma 1 will be related with 2 comma 1. So we can say that every ordered pair will be related with itself because both conditions will be satisfied. Yes or no? So we can say that yes, hence it is reflexive. Next one, you only tell me whether it is antisymmetric or not. Yes, let's say 1 comma 2 is related with, let's say, 2 comma 3, then guaranteed we can say that yes 2 comma 3 will not be related with 1 comma 2. Why? Because both conditions are not satisfying or not true. Not only two, if even we can say that even if one condition is failed, then we can say that then also the relation will not exist, because here and condition is there. That means both conditions must be true simultaneously, then only there will be a relation. Here we can say that 2 comma 3 will not be related with 1 comma 2. So if x is related to y, then we can say that y is not related to x. That's why we can say that this is antisymmetric. But here self loops are allowed, so no problem at all. In antisymmetric, we can say that yes, self loops are allowed. So let's say this is 1 comma 2, and let's say this is also 1 comma 2. Then we can say that yes, this is x is related to x. That is allowed inside antisymmetric. So no problem at all. Some students saying that sir, if 1 comma 2 is related with, let's say 2 comma 1, yes, this is not related in this particular relation. Why? Because here first condition is true, x1 is less than equals to x2, but y1 is not less than equals to y2. That's why this particular relation or this particular, yes, relation will not be present inside the given relation, isn't it? So that is not present, isn't it? Third one, yes, this is transitive. We can say that you can take any example. Let's say 1 comma 2 is related with 2 comma 3 or 2 comma 2, and let's say 2 comma 2 is related with 3 comma 4. Then guaranteed you can see 1 comma 2 will also be related with 3 comma 4, because both conditions will be satisfied. Hence, so we can say that this relation, the given relation is what? Partial order relation. This relation is what we can say that partial order relation. I hope this one is clear to everyone. So based on that, you can expect the questions. Yes, write down one question. Let us consider this question was in previous year GATE examination. So that is given that let R be a relation on the set of ordered pairs of positive integers such that P comma Q and R comma S belongs to relation R if and only if P minus S equals to Q minus R. That is given. Then the question is what? Question we can say that which one of the following is true about relation R? So first option is given that both reflexive as well as symmetric. Both reflexive and symmetric. B, it is given that reflexive but not symmetric. Option C, it is given that not reflexive but symmetric. D, it is given that neither reflexive nor symmetric. Isn't it? So four options are given to you. Now you only tell me whether this one is true or not. Isn't it? Okay. Now you only tell me, let us consider, let's say, yes, you only tell me whether 1 comma 1 will be related with 1 comma 1 or not. Yes. Here this is P, this is Q, this is R, this is S. So we can say that here P minus S is equals to Q minus R. Isn't it? 0 equals to 0. But you only tell me whether 1 comma 2 will be related with 1 comma 2 or not. Here this is P, this is Q, this is R, this is S. So P minus S will be what? We can say that that is minus 1, and Q minus R, that will be 2 minus 1, that is 1. So minus 1 is not equals to 1. So we can say that that will be not existing in the relation. But this is self proof, yes or no? So here we can say that every ordered pair is not related with itself. That's why we can say that that is not a reflexive relation, not reflexive, isn't it? Okay. So we can say that this one is not reflexive. So not reflexive, because of not reflexive, we can say that option A can be eliminated. And next one, option B also, yes, can be eliminated. Reflexive but not symmetric, isn't it? And yes, so we can check for C and D whether it is symmetric or not. So let us consider one more example. Let's say you only tell me 1 comma 2 is related with 2 comma 1 or not. Yes. Here we can say that this is P and this is Q. This is, let's say, R, and this one is S. So P minus S will be what? That is 0. Similarly, Q minus R, that will also be 0. Yes, that will be related. Now tell me whether 2 comma 1 will be related with 1 comma 2 or not? Yes. 2 comma 1 will be related with 1 comma 2 or not? Yes. Here also we can say that this is PQRS. So we can say that P minus S equals to Q minus R or not? So P minus S is what? We can say that 0, and Q minus R is also 0. Yes, that is also related. Here we can say that here X is related with Y. Also Y is related with X. That's why, yes, we can say that it is symmetric. You can check for every positive integer. Take PQRS. These are positive integers only. So everywhere you will see that will be the symmetric relation. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. So we can say that yes, this is not a reflexive but symmetric. So correct answer will be the C only. I hope this one is clear to everyone. This question was in GATE 2015 in 2 marks, isn't it? So you can solve each and every question in this manner only, isn't it? Okay. So let us consider one more example. Let's say, yes. Now consider one example. Let's say this is not on ordered pair. That is, this relation is only, let's say, on the elements. Okay. So we'll see some questions. Let's say one relation is given to you. This relation is on elements only. X comma Y. X is related to Y. Yes, it is given that only when X divides Y, isn't it? X divides Y. And let's say this is on Z cross Z. Z cross Z means X is, yes, X belongs to the set of integer as well as Y belongs to the set of integer. Now you only tell me whether this relation is reflexive or not, or this one is irreflexive or not, this one is symmetric or not. Next one, whether this one is anti-symmetric or not, this one is asymmetric or not, this one is transitive or not, and this one is equivalence relation or not, and last one is, that is, this one is partial order relation or not, partial order relation or not. We will check one by one, isn't it? Okay. Now you only tell me whether this is reflexive or not. So you only tell me here, yes, we can say that 1 comma 1, 1 will be related with 1. Yes, here also we can say that 2 comma 2, this will also be present. So these kind of, also we can say that minus comma minus 1. Any, yes, we can say that integer will be related with itself, but one, yes, we can say that ordered pair is there, that is 0 comma 0. Here we can say that 0 is not related to 0. Why? Because 0 doesn't divide 0. That is indeterminate format, isn't it? So we can say that because of 1, this 1 ordered pair, we can say that for every element x belongs to set of integers, x is not related to itself. Yes, if one exception is there, because for every x means for every integer, this must be, yes, existing. Yes or no? Yes, if it is not possible for only, or we can say that for some x, then only we can say that, yes, then also we can say that that is not reflexive. So because of that, we can say that this one is not reflexive. Irreflexive? No, because here some self loops are present. If some self loops are present, then we can say that that is not irreflexive. Whether it is symmetric or not, no. Let's say we can say that, yes, let's say 2 is related with 4. Why? Because 2 divides 4. But we can say that 4 is not related with 2 because 4 doesn't divides 2. So we can say that this one is not, yes, we can say that this one is not symmetric as well. This is not symmetric, then we can say that, let's say this one is anti-symmetric or not. Yes, if 2 is related with 4, then guaranteed 4 will not be related with 2 unless, yes, x equals to y, isn't it? So that's why we can say that it is anti-symmetric, but this is not asymmetric because we can say that self loops will be there. Now whether this one is transitive or not, yes, this is transitive. Let's say 2 divides 4 and 4 divides 8, then we can say that yes, 2 will also be related with 8 because 2 will be dividing 8. Yes or no? So transitively we can say that yes, this will be possible. Now equivalence relation is a relation that is reflexive, then symmetric and transitive. So this is not neither reflexive nor symmetric, so we can say that that is not equivalence. And this is not reflexive, not reflexive, that's why we can say that it is not partial order, because for partial order relation it must be reflexive as well as antisymmetric as well as transitive. But we can say that this one is antisymmetric as well as transitive but not reflexive, because of that we can say that that is not partial order relation, isn't it? So we can say that that's all about the types of relation. You can handle each and every question, because if your basics are clear and you watch the lecture carefully, then there won't be any problem, isn't it? So you can easily handle these type of questions, and these questions are based on the types of relation. Yes, one relation will be given to you and you need to identify whether this is reflexive, irreflexive, or isn't it any type. Okay, so that is one kind of problem, and we can say that these type of problems yes are frequently asked in different competitive examinations like gate and all, isn't it? So that's all about, we can say that types of relation. So in the next lecture onwards we'll see, yes you have seen, yes for, we can say that yes more than, for a given set more than one reflexive relations may possible, irreflexive relations may possible. So we'll count how many number of reflexive relations are possible for this particular set, isn't it? So everything means, we next topic will be the counting of relations, isn't it? That is also important. Okay guys, so thank you so much.